The 10th Apple Effect. That's the title of this story. Hi everyone. This is a short story which I'm sure will resonate with each of us. A hunter once lost his way deep inside the forest while chasing a deer. He used all his skills, but neither did he find any way out of the jungle, nor could he find any food to eat. And now it was the third day that he was without food, and he was losing all hope, and he thought that he would die out of hunger. Just then, he caught sight of an apple tree. He was ecstatic. He couldn't believe his eyes. He quickly collected 10 to 20 apples to feed him for the rest of his search. As he bit into the first apple, his joy knew no bounds. He couldn't stop feeling grateful and blessed. He thanked God, he thanked the universe. He was very happy. He could not believe his luck when he ate that first apple. But he was less grateful when he bit into the second apple, and even lesser grateful when he had the fifth apple. And by the time he reached that 10th apple, his joy had reduced drastically. He just could not enjoy the 10th apple. He even began throwing away apples which were not tasting so good and complaining about what he thought were some rotten apples. Now, he had already taken for granted the gift of having found an apple tree in the middle of the jungle after 3 days of going hungry and almost giving up on life. In economics, this is called the law of diminishing marginal utility. It is actually the law of diminishing gratitude. In simple words, taking things for granted, or let's call it the 10th apple effect. The apple represents a lack of appreciation for the gifts of life. The hunter represents all of us. And the apple represents all the gifts that life has to give us. The 10th apple is as sweet as the first apple. If the 10th apple fails to give as much pleasure as the first one, the fault is not of the apple, but with the person enjoying that fruit, right? The reason I share this story is that we've been having the 10th apple effect in our world for some time. Abundance of everything, and then we start complaining. We complain about people, the government, traffic, food, jobs, weather, everything. But during the lockdown, I'm sure that most of you started appreciating lots of things in life, which earlier you had taken for granted. Even small things, like it's so nice to be able to talk to another human being. I'm so glad that I got fresh vegetables to cook today. Or thank God I am healthy and safe. Things like that. We never had these thoughts 2 months back. Didn't even occur to us. The present situation is shaking us and showing that we are dependent on something much bigger than what we think, and that we have to be grateful for all the blessings. Now, we have started appreciating the luxury we lived in. The abundance of food, products, freedom, health, servants, good old days. Now we are realizing that we had been taking all these things for granted. So, right now, all of us have 2 choices. Be grateful or be stressful. And it is a choice. I want to share with you an incident in this regard. I don't know whether it's a true incident or it's fiction, but it's a powerful one. A 73-year-old man in Italy, he got better in the hospital. He was told to pay for the ventilator, the use of the ventilator for 1 day, and was presented the bill. When he saw the bill, he started crying. The doctors were, tried to pacify him and say that, look, you don't really have to worry. It's okay. We'll manage something. Please don't be so upset. But what the grandfather told them made all the doctors cry. Grandpa said, I'm not crying because of the money that I have to pay. I can pay all that money. I'm crying because I've been breathing God's air for 73 years and I never paid for it. And now it takes 5,000 euros to use a ventilator in a hospital for 1 day. Do you know how much I owe God? I didn't thank God for that before. Grandpa's words are worth our reflection. When we breathe the air freely without pain, no one takes the air seriously. Only when we enter the hospital, we realize that even breathing oxygen with a ventilator costs money. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Gratitude is a strong, powerful, empowering emotion. Sometimes we have to bring more awareness and be more grateful for the gifts in life. Gratitude supports our immune system. It makes us strong. On the other hand, stress makes us weak. One thing I have experienced in life, and that is when you are grateful, you cannot be fearful. The two just don't go together. Be aware of your state of mind and start counting your blessings. Thank you is the best prayer that you can chant all day long. The law of the universe is that when you are grateful for the things you have in life, you will have more things to be grateful for. I repeat, when you are grateful for the things that you have in life, you will have more things to be grateful for. So never let the 10th apple effect make you take the gifts of life for granted. Never let your gratitude for life fade away. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay grateful.